Quick correction on my last post about Chrisean Rock's birth chart. When I said she had 14 water placements, I did not specify what that meant. Really, what I meant was that she has 14 elemental water placements. When astrologers count elemental placement, we count all points in the chart, including planets, angles, house cusps, nodes, and asteroids. This will give us the full energetic distribution of someone's nervous system. To me personally, it's very important to check your elemental placements. In fact, that's one of my first astrology posts, was to teach you how to check your elemental placements because I find it to be very useful. Chrisean has 14 elemental water placements, 8 fire, 3 earth, and 2 air. Water is emotion, intuition, and absorption. With 14 water elemental placements, this means she feels everything at maximum intensity. She absorbs everyone's emotions and cannot distinguish her feelings from everyone else's feelings. She processes reality through emotions, not facts. When you have this much water, you drown in your feelings. Fire is impulsive and reactive. And having 8 fire placements, this means that she reacts before she thinks. When she feels hurt or threatened, she explodes instantly. And of course, she doesn't have a Leo fire placement, she has Aries, so keep that in mind. And the fire placements is what everyone sees publicly. And in her last video, you can see that her giving out, getting angry and giving out Blueface's address. But that's all to protect her water that's drowning underneath. Earth is grounding and stable. She has only 3 elemental earth placements. This means that she almost has no grounding. And in my other post, someone mentioned how she was in the tub, and that was almost like grounding for her. And I thought that was really interesting. So in reality, that means that you don't have any stability and you can't create routine. It means that she struggles with practical thinking and she lives in emotional intensity instead of physical reality. So all that water has no container, so it just floods everything. Air is logic and mental processing. She only has 2 elemental air placements. And this is very important. This is practically the most important part of her chart, really. So air is what lets you detach and think logically and also to gain perspective. With only 2 air placements, she cannot think without being overwhelmed emotionally. She cannot step back when she floods. That means there's no mental distance from her feelings. Like whatever she feels, that's it. It's almost like when someone tells a fire person to calm down or think logically, what you're not understanding is that she doesn't have the capacity to do that. She doesn't have the wiring. Like you have to think about your nervous system like that, because that's really what it is. Your nervous system doesn't have the wiring to access calm or logical thinking. And that's especially when her emotions are running high. Her nervous system is not built that way. 14 water with only 2 air means there's emotional flooding with no mental off switch. 14 water placements with 3 earth means emotional tsunamis without any container. And this is not her being dramatic. This is her astrological wiring working, I don't want to say as it's designed, because you could be designed in a certain way, but this is where society and your family kicks in to, ground you, to build these things up that you're missing, because these are the things that, I don't want to say your parents, because I'm going to have a conversation about that, about our society, and, that's to come. Don't hold me to it either. But definitely it's a conversation that needs to be had about that 2-parent household cannot really fully develop a child.